He said he was a civil engineer, working on a construction project overseas. His photos showed him wearing a hard hat, standing beside cranes, walking through massive construction sites. He said he had lost his wife years ago. He said his daughter lived with a nanny while he worked abroad. Every night, he messaged her. Every morning, he told her she was the first thing on his mind. 8 months later, she had sent him $68,000, and the man she was planning to marry turned out to be a scammer sitting thousands of miles away. Romance scams are among the most devastating scams in the world because they don't just steal money, they steal trust, hope, and sometimes years of someone's life. One of the most common versions of this scam is known as the engineer or contractor romance scam. And the reason it works so well is because the story sounds completely believable. Let's break down exactly how this scam works step by step. It usually begins very simple. A message appears on social media, maybe on Facebook, sometimes Instagram, occasionally even LinkedIn or a dating site. The message is polite. "Hello, I hope you don't mind me messaging you. I saw your profile and you seem like a kind person." The profile looks real. Photos show a middle-aged man working at construction sites. Sometimes he's wearing a reflective safety vest. Sometimes he's inside what looks like an engineering office. His bio often says something like, "Civil engineer, currently working on a project overseas, widower, 1 child." Everything about the profile feels normal. Nothing looks suspicious. And that's exactly the point. It usually begins very simple. Professional romance scammers are extremely patient. They know that trust takes time, so they don't rush. They send good morning messages. "Good morning." They ask how your day went. "How was your day?" They listen to your problems. They respond with care. Sometimes they send long, emotional messages about their life. "I lost my wife. It still hurts to talk about it." They talk about losing their wife. They are overly manipulative. They mirror your feelings, shaping your trust. They talk about how lonely it feels working far away from home. Long shifts, empty nights. It gets so quiet. They might say things like, "I wish I had someone to talk to at night." They invite your comfort. "I miss having someone who cares about me." The conversation never stops. Over time, the conversations become deeper, more personal. They always have a reason they can't meet, yet. And slowly, the relationship begins to feel real, because consistency feels like care, even when it's calculated. And that's how trust is built, one message at a time. After a few weeks, he starts using words like, "Dear," "My love," "My queen." He talks about the future. He says things like, "When this project ends, I want to come visit you. I've never felt this close to anyone before." For someone who may be lonely, divorced, or widowed, these words can feel incredibly powerful. Suddenly, there's someone who listens, someone who cares, someone who sends messages every single day. And without realizing it, the victim begins to trust him completely. One reason scammers pretend to be engineers or contractors is because the job explains everything. Why he cannot meet right now, why he works in another country, why he sometimes cannot take video calls. He might say he is working on, so video calls are difficult. When the project finishes, I will finally come home. Months pass. The relationship feels real. Then suddenly, a problem appears. Maybe the company has delayed his payment. Maybe expensive equipment got stuck at customs. Maybe he needs to pay a permit fee to finish the project. I hate asking you this, but I have nobody else I can trust. The request is often small at first. $300, $500, sometimes $1,000. He promises to repay it as soon as his contract payment arrives. Because the victim trusts him, she sends the money. Once the first payment is sent, the scammer knows something important. The victim believes him. So new problems start appearing. A travel document fee, a medical emergency, a tax payment needed before he can leave the country. Each time he promises the same thing: as soon as I come home, we will start our life together. Some victims send money for months. Some take loans. Some empty their retirement savings, all for someone they believe they love. Eventually, the story starts breaking apart. The promised visit never happens. The flight keeps getting delayed. There's always one more emergency. Then one day, the account disappears. The phone number stops working. The engineer who once sent loving messages every morning is suddenly gone. And the heartbreaking truth becomes clear. There was no engineer, no construction project, no future together. Just a scammer who carefully built a relationship to steal money. Romance scammers often use the same identities: engineers, contractors, oil rig workers, military personality. Because these jobs explain distance, they explain why the person cannot meet in real life, and they explain why sudden financial emergencies appear. If someone you met online says they work overseas, avoids video calls, falls in love very quickly, and asks for money, stop and think carefully. Because behind that profile picture, there may not be a lonely engineer. There may be a professional scammer running dozens of fake relationships at once. If this story opened your eyes to how romance scammers operate, please like and subscribe to this channel, because the more people who understand these scams, the harder it becomes for scammers to find their next victim.